All right, so I already got this track off, but I figured I should put it back on and demonstrate how the cable comes out. So here's the actual moonroof cable. Okay, so this goes on the back of the glass down here. And that's where it goes, right there. Up front, this is kind of like a guide. It's at the very front of the glass, kind of like for the stop, I think. But you loosen the screw, and the cable slides out of this hole right there. So this piece comes out. So what we're going to do here is, the motor on this module was no good. So I took the motor off of my car, which is good, and put it on here, and it still wouldn't move the glass. So I wasn't going to wreck the motor, my motor. So I very carefully took it apart, and then I moved it with no glass on it, and it moved a little bit more, but it was still very tight. So I know that these cables, they just need to be cleaned up. And all this needs to be cleaned really good and lubed. But this one, the cable is in there. Okay. And you can see there's the screw bottomed out. All right. So I will take this screw out, just like that one. I think it's an 8mm. I will push this down. This one's a little sticky. And then we'll slide the whole thing back and it will all come out. And here it is. And then we'll just clean this. And then we'll just lube it with something that's not going to dry up and get gunky. I mean, you can use Wilbur grease. You can use the food grade stuff that I use on the window rollers. All that's going to be fine. I probably wouldn't use dry graphite. I probably wouldn't use anything like spray bottle, like WD-40 or silicone spray. Probably use something better than that. But that's how you remove the cables. And then when I go to put this cable back in, I'm going to start from the front. And I'm just going to stuff it all the way up. This is where they break. I broke my cables. I broke this plastic piece. So if you're not careful, that's usually where they break. I haven't seen any of these stripped out, but keep in mind, I haven't done a whole bunch of these. But even in the dealership, I don't think I saw any stripped in the modern cars. So that's how you get the cables off the moonroof. It's really simple. It just bolts right in. This little piece here snaps under there. So there's a fastener. The adjusters hold it in. Then you have the two screws for the motor. And then you have two other little screws that hold this piece right here. So the screws for the motor go in there. And then you have two little 8mm head screws that go in there. And this sits somewhat like that. So there's a lot of work to do on this. It's really nasty and grimy. It needs to be cleaned up, but it looks rusty, but it's surfaced. It's not holy or soft or anything like that. So I should be able to fix it all up. Down here you have all the fasteners. They should clean up, blast up, paint up, dip, whatever I'm gonna do with it. There's my motor, my test motor. Actually, that's a motor out of my car, not a test motor. Here's the glass. I'm going to totally remove all this and get all this flaking powder coat off, strip it, blast it, and repaint it satin black. The glass is in very good shape, and the seal is very, very hard, like rubber. So that's where I'm at. And this piece here, it's very brittle and it's wanting to break, so I'm not sure if we're going to put that back on, because this one's going in a race car. This one's not going in a car that's going to have full interior. So that's what I got for the moonroof. That's a part, and we'll start reconditioning it, putting them out together.